Hi guys, 14 Prime here, back with another video review, and today we're looking at the Newage, the legendary heroes, Arges, I don't know, probably Arges. But of course, this is meant to be a Shatterglass take on their Shockwave. But before we look at the figure, let's take a quick look at the box. And as you can see, it has this nice little image of him in a parrot. Unfortunately, the bird is not included. Shame. That would have been fun. But you can't see here, it's their multiverse scientist, Arges, the legendary heroes. Here's a picture of them there. More photos there. The exact same photos there. The exact same photo as the top. And then the back. Warnings, big photo, line, and that's it. So by the way, if you hear a lawnmower in the background, I do apologize, but I want to get a video out this week, so we press on. But here he is in the gun mode and on the stand that is included with the figure. And for one, Newage, it is about time. You have had Shockwave for like 2 or 3 years. I remember going to TFCon Baltimore, I think in like 2021 or 2022, whichever one of those years it was out. And like every version they had made so far was there at the Chosen Prime desk, at the Chosen Prime's like sale area. And I remember just being like, oh, I wonder when they're going to get to the Shattered Glass one. It's got to be soon, because at that point they made like 6 of these things. And they just finally dropped it. It took forever, but we're finally here. And even longer, in fact, this is actually third-party, official, or otherwise, the very first toy of Shatterglass Shockwave. There was never a Bakon one. Hasbro continues to not continue Shatterglass, despite all the wonderful molds they have for it. And no other third-party company that's made a Shockwave has done it yet. So this is quite literally the very first toy of him that has existed that is not a custom by me or someone else. But after all that, will he live up to the hype? We'll find out. So here he is in his gun mode on this little stand, which the stand is nice. Has a little... I'll show it off better. Let me get him off for a second. Got Newage. It reminds you of Vector Prime's Cyber Key with all like little holes and stuff. I don't know what it's meant to represent, but I mean, it looks cool. I like it. And then the stand here actually connects to the legs, which is good for... which you can really only access in transformation, hence why he's already on it, but there's a hinge joint here and a swivel, so you can just have him sit here and go up that far, all the way down. You can mess up the entire gun. Come on. But, yeah, let's go ahead and just pop him off. We're going to leave this bit in. I'll get it out in transformation. But here is the gun mode, and it does look quite nice. From the side, the profile of it's pretty nice. I mean, it's a Shockwave gun. We've seen it a billion times. Arms come up, barrel out the back, legs become back. You know, we've seen it. There's nothing too different here. But there is actually an LED in here, which takes I believe it's a CR927 battery, which was tricky to find. If you open this up and you press this little button in there, so let me get something to press it with. I forgot to grab. Use a pin puncher. Just to press it. And you press it once, it is on. Though what I hate about it is the fact that the light, you can't see it just thanks to the lighting here, but it's off center. The light is right there. It's not in the middle, it's on the side. So like in person, there's just a little light in there. The camera is making it actually look really nice. Actually from this angle, that's exactly how it should have looked. But you press it once, it just stays continuously on. If you press it again, it will kind of come in and out. And then press it a third time, and I believe it turns off. Yep. Which a little bit lackluster, because like I said, the LED for it is actually on the side. I can probably actually pop this out. Let me take this back, and I can show you more clearly. Which in installation is actually just you take something to pop that out with. Then you can see in there, get a bit of a better angle. So there's the battery. That next to the screw, the little white thing, that's the LED. But you remove this screw, slide the battery in, you put it all back, and then you put this back on. But yeah, there's no trigger to the gun because it is small. It is just big enough for me to like kind of hold in my hand, but it's still, you know, still really small. Even a normal toy like a Gamer Edition Prime, you know, He's definitely not holding this. It'd probably be like a masterpiece combiner that can hold this thing. But yeah, enough about holding him. Ignore what I'm doing right now. But let's go ahead and get down to his transformation. So first, what you would want to do is come down here to the backpack, unfold these little flaps, flip this whole bit up, and just leave it back there for the moment. You want to come down here to the legs, go ahead and split these two parts. It's a little tricky, they're kind of tight. Which, by the way, I think these are die cast. There's not too much die cast in this toy that I can tell. But I want to say these are die cast. I could be wrong. But this is the little stand piece. It actually goes in to the legs into this slot. It has some little slots on the side of it. You can kind of see it. Let me focus on it just a little. See those two slots there? They go into the bottom slots of this. That's how you would get it in there. But you separate those and separate the legs. They have a little sliding rail, which kind of hate, but oh well. Slide it down, take the foot, kind of get it mostly folded out, take this whole bit and accordion it in, tab it all together, bring the foot up, and that is a leg. Same on this side, pull that down, it should click into place, fold up the foot, get this accordioned in, lock it together, and now you have legs. You can even use the ab joints, a walking gun. Anyway, take this, flip it up, and get it out of the way for right now. You can take the arms, untab them, kind of move them a little bit to get this out of the way. And then as you're bringing it up, do be mindful of this here. You want to bring it up and make sure you're going over that. I keep forgetting that step because if you just kind of pull it, even whenever I push it in, I'll hit these a lot, but just kind of be mindful of them when you bring the arms down. And that's it for the arms. Come around here. You want to take these two little flaps and flip them in. And then flip this whole bit up. And then you want to take like your finger under here. It should thunk into place and I won't move around. Collapse this. And you want to use these series of hinges to just kind of push it, sorry about that, just kind of push it in and get it all folded down. Then you want to take this whole back bit, if I can remember what to do, fold that like so. Wait, no. How do you go? Oh yeah, down like that, my bad. Fold that down there and then bring this up and that little slot will go in there. And bring these up. Tab them into the sides, on both sides. Get him all situated. And here is Shatterglass Shockwave in his robot mode. And here in robot mode, he is just quite a little stunner. Come up here first to the head, which I believe the head is a new piece meant to emulate the Energon Shock Blast design, since that is what he is based on in FunPub lore. Which it does look very nice. Got the nice brown. It's nice double layering of paint. Some little bit of gray and blue. That is lovely. Coming around here, you have his nice metallic-y blue arms. Bits of black on the shoulders. And then this is all yellow paint. Which, in terms of yellow paint, especially on gray, it's not too bad. Like, it's pretty okay. Like, I mean, it's not perfect. But, I mean, doing this is really hard. And coming down here, nice gray, a little bit of black in there for the middle of the torso. He has some little gunmetal lines going down the thighs. Then on the side too, you get some more of that nice metallic blue, which, like I said, I think this is die cast, and that's mostly because this blue and this blue are different colors. It's sort of hard to tell on camera, but just take my word. And some nice black feet. And then his hose, which comes not plugged in the box. You have to plug it in yourself. There's a little bump coming out here and the little bump coming out there, which, I mean, it's good. I mean, you can't get a full 360 because of the hose, but I mean, you can put this arm anywhere you really need to. Like, it's a pretty long hose. You're good. Let's bring the camera down just a little bit more to his level. There we go. But yeah, articulation on the guy. His head believe is on a ball joint, so you can look up that far. Down, not at all. I mean, Shockwave's always had an issue looking down, hasn't it? You can do a swivel, which for some reason the back of it is in clear plastic, as if it's going to have light piping, but that eye is painted. So, which it's actually a different blue from the rest too. It's a nice light blue. Anyway, shoulders are on a ball joint. They can also move up on the transformation joint if you want them to, but then if not, they have a cut. So technically you get a little bit more motion out of it there. Elbows bend, a little over 90. Swivel there at the bicep. Swivel at the wrist. The waist here can do a full 360. He also has an ab crunch that goes all the way down. See, this is how he has to look down. He can't do it with his neck, so he just kind of... That's how he sees you. You better watch out. His legs can move up that far, and the hip skirts move out of the way. Can move back further, but you gotta flip this bit up to move it back all the way. They can go even further than a full-on split. He can just go all out. Knee bends, about 90 degrees. Swivel there. That's the thigh. And then there's a little bit of a toe. It's not a lot. It's toe moves. And there is a swivel here for the... There we go. It's got to be very precise, but you can get a bit of an ankle. But, I mean, that's just the toe. The rest of the leg is not moving. But that is just Shockwave. That is how he rolls. He is not the guy who has ankles. Unless you're the Siege toy. Then you have ankles. Accessory-wise, it comes with a little bit. He has his little salute hand, or karate chop hand. I really wish they did this like their blaster, which I don't think I've talked about yet on the channel, but I definitely need to, because that is probably my favorite Newage toy currently, is their Shatterglass blaster. And I guess by extension the regular blaster, but he can just karate chop you with this hand, or he can just be like, alright, where's my $10? And that's it for alternate hands, which is a bit of a shame. Like, I kind of wish they did a little bit more. Namely, I think would have been fun is if we got clear plastic versions of these, like with the blue. But, oh well. He does also come with himself as a little gun. It's just a little yellow gun with gray on the end. Nothing spectacular. But he can wield himself, as most Shockwaves, as most good Shockwaves can do. So, that's pretty great for him. And then he still has his stand, which we're going to bring him back. Which he still has the Newage stand with a little Newage logo and the weird Vector Prime Cyber Key thing going. Then he has an arm with a hinge joint that goes all the way up. And then a joint here at the very end that goes side to side. Which it just plugs into the base, which those other, like I said, there's other holes. Like those two holes. And I'm going to guess that one, this can also plug into. Oh, I forgot. There's also a joint down here. None of these are screwed in, so they can't just pop off. This bottom one likes you just because it's really tight. But you can take them, and there is a port back here on his backpack. That just plugs in there. He can be elevated. Try to bring the camera up. He's just floating there, menacingly. But you can get him into a nice kind of flying pose if you really want to. Get him into something for you. There you go. Which the stand can usually support his weight. It's trying to fall. It's because I'm talking nice about it. Okay. He's going down very slowly. It's part of his float. But yeah, in terms of Shatterglass Shockwave's first ever toy ever, pretty good. Now, normally I would bring in all the other Shatterglass Shockwaves I have, i.e. like 2 custom ones. But Dr. Wu, around the same time this was announced, ironically, revealed that they are doing a Shatterglass Shockwave as well in their line, which I already have pre-ordered and will be doing a video on. And so I figured by that point, then I'll do all the Shatterglass Shockwaves, because I'm sure that's going to happen in a couple of months. I'm sure you guys are fine. I'm sure you guys can wait to see him with like 2 other toys. But what I will do is bring in Newage's Shatterglass Megatron, their Shatterglass Starscream, and Shatterglass Soundwave. You can them kind of moved to where you can see them all. And so this is also the first line that has had all 4 of them together, like, done. And they do look quite nice. I do kind of wish that Megatron was gray. Like, I do like the white, don't get me wrong, but when you think about the fact that Starscream and Soundwave are also white, it's weird. It makes Shockwave stand out so hard, because we have white and black, white and red, white and blue, yellow. It's like yellow and gray. It's just really funny. I do wonder if Newage is going to do the red variant of Shatterglass Shockwave, like the animated deco. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure that one has a lot of love for it, too. I would like to see someone do it. Even, like, would I buy it? Maybe. No, I'm saying I'd probably buy it. I want Dr. Wu to do it slightly more, just because it's something different. And it's also a lot cheaper. But yeah. Overall, like I said, this is a phenomenal toy. I do really like it. I like their Shatterglass Blaster more, and I need to do a video on that so I can tell you guys why. That thing is amazing. Here's my quick review before I do it for real. Buy it. Just buy it. It's great. Like, no notes. Just purchase toy, or just any version of their blaster. It doesn't have to be Shatterglass. Just any version of their blaster. It's great. It's worth it. It makes it is a second time where it makes me want a new Soundwave, because while I do like this toy, it is very old for Newage. This is several years on, and they have he has super weak elbows just due to this weird hinge system they got going on, and it's just there's stuff that I feel like they'd probably do better. I don't know if I want a full on new toy, but at least like a tweaked one, like something a little altered, a little changed would be nice. Or even like how they all have like the hands. He just has these ball jointed hands, which are nice, but you know, I think it's time. I think it's time Newage tweaked it. I'd buy it if they do a tweaked version of their Shatterglass Soundwave. I'd be so there. But yeah. Anyways, that is pretty much all I have to say. So, please be sure to check out my channel for more video and custom reviews, and please don't forget to subscribe. You can also come check out my Facebook and Twitter pages, links in the description below. And this is the 14th Prime, signing out.